everyone. Welcome to January 2025 and to your essential monthly spirit scopes. I'm empowerment medium Tara Diana.
And I'm Nancy Christine Brady, Animal Soul Guide. That's gonna be my new handle, Tara, because I am an animal communicator, but so much more.
I love it. I love it. And that's true though, isn't it? You're an animal communicator and with a whole like array of potential and things you do. Oh my goodness, it's so much. It's
Yes.
so good. Yay, January 2025. So these are your essential spirit scopes. We come on monthly onto your YouTube channel, however you see us, and we give you what you need to know for the month based on your sign. So I would like to start though, Nan. I'd like to start the new year, first of all, by saying how much I love you. But then, thank you, I'll take it all in. And then I would like to first, I need to do this, Nan, just bear with me. I have a new cup. I
That's
have a new glass. Take a look, please. I have a new glass. It is pink. Pink is my color. Let's have a sip.
that was it. And I see we coordinated because I have my pink on and you have your pink on, and now
I
you
do. And
and
just for everyone, I am not drinking. I am drinking bubbly water. Oh, look, and you got that. And Nan also got me a bejeweled one of those. You'll see that on the next one. Oh my goodness, so much good things happening here. But let's start off, Nan, with a global read. Let's do a collective read globally. Pull
okay.
a card. What card are you using this time around, babe?
Okay, so I got this new deck and I'm pretty excited by it. It's called Palladian Wisdom Oracle Cards. What are you using?
Ooh. Okay, so for those that don't know, I lost a very, very dear friend, a very long time friend. Nancy knew her as well, with friends with her. I've known her for about 24 years, and she passed away. And I inherited all her cards, bless her. And so one of the cards that I love, the deck that I absolutely adored of hers, which I never ended up going and buying because I always forgot about it, was called Beyond Lemuria, the Oracle Cards by Izzy Ivy. Okay, first of all, that's a cool name by Izzy Ivy.
Mm-hmm. One of
And
my favorites. It's beautiful.
yep, and I've never used them before, but I've put my energy into them. And I'm like, okay, Lynn Marie, you and I, and the Nan, the new Animal Soul guide, is gonna get to business here. So let's do a global one, baby. Let's do let's connect to the whole.
Okay. So the card that I was pulling as an overall whole reading is Healing Spiritual Wisdom. And I love this energy for 2025, Tara, because there's so much, and you hear me always talk about the animals and earth and trees and stuff like that. And I really feel, and you and I have done some really good work with a dear friend of ours, Anne, about raising the guide, raising the grid and the guide around earth. And this is really about that. I think there's a call to action right now for all the spiritual people out there. So if you're having like a little niggly thing, or if you're just suddenly you're leveling up on the intuitive work that you're doing, I feel that that's what this is going to be for 2025. There's going to be a lot of shifts for people,
Mm-hmm,
not only
mm-hmm.
physically, but mentally and especially spiritually. Because the more that we're going to come together with that universal energy, the more that everything is going to be raised up, and we're going to be able to combat a little bit of the stuff that's not so good happening in the world right now, and just shine the heck of on it with our lights.
Okay, that is cray cray because, but you know how things work, right? You know how we set out the intention, so it's going to match. Spirit never lets us down. Here's the cool thing. I pulled the violet flame.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So the violet flame of Saint Germain being an ascended master, but the violet flame is about protection,
Mm.
right? Please place the divine white light in and around me. Please place the violet flame of Saint Germain, etc., etc. Now, this, going with what you're saying, is talking about all the people that are suddenly feeling that leveling up. Now, we've talked about this before, or maybe we haven't, and we will, but we've talked about, how 2000 Y2K was not the astronomical thing everyone made it out to be, how 2012 wasn't either, right? It wasn't people, the Mayans, and we ended a calendar and blah, blah, blah. None of that was as hyped as I think people thought it was going to be. I didn't feel it, and I'm a high vibrational worker. So, in my view, I'm not saying it wasn't for other people. I'm just saying that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But here's the thing, it's been building
Yes.
continuously. has been building, and we haven't hit that mark yet. So what's happening though is all the discontent, right, friends? We have all this division that's happening, and so and so's over here, and everyone seems to feel privileged in that they are right, right? It's my view, and my view is right. Now, I even go down that road once in a while, and I have to get a slap on the hand and be like, whoa, 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 step back there, girlfriend. But this is really saying, okay, all those late workers that are unsure of how to be a late worker, or if they are a late worker, or what that even means, they're going to be moving in this energy that's going to feel off. And
Mhm.
the energy is going to feel like, okay, I don't understand this. And it's going to take a bit of a dip for some of them, right? You understand what I'm talking about. It's going to be a little bit consuming, chaotic, trying to focus on, I'm feeling all this, and I don't know what it means. Well, they're
Like
saying to
a
you,
storm before the calm, right?
exactly. And they're basically spirits just saying, okay, okay, my booze, we got you. We're going to give you the violet flame.
Nice.
And we're going to give that to you. Now it's up to you to learn what to do with it, my babies. It's up to you to learn what to do with it. And maybe I'll do that in one of my Patreons, Nan. As I will do a little something on the violent. I keep saying violent. It is not violent. It's violet. Violet flame. And protect yourself. Envision that beautiful flame of Saint Germain and envision it as the violet, right? Coming up, and let it consume you, because that's protection. The white light. Please place the divine white light in and around me all through the day and all through the night. What a great, great literal nursery rhyme for someone to say
Yeah.
to their children. I got, like, make sure God protects you. But, this white light, I feel that this is a very important, connected to your card, which is, say your card one more time, please.
It was healing and spiritual wisdom.
Right? Healing and spiritual wisdom. So you got all this stuff going on, friends, that you're not sure what you're doing with. Even those of us that have been doing the work for a very, very long time, feeling stable and in a very grounded space, can still feel like, oh, that's a lot of energy. And so it's a reminder that we have the tools to protect ourselves. And if we don't understand it, if we don't know it, then it is our personal responsibility to do the research and to find someone to help us with that.
Love it. Kaboom! Aries, I love this now. Just like Tara was talking about, everything is, I feel, going to really flow throughout this reading because we got manifestation. And so this is powerful. I love the art in these, like harmony and manifestation. Just check out that
That's
mandala.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Totally. And so where is it that you're going to work to find harmony for yourself right now, Aries? How are you going to bring in that beautiful divine balance? And you see the yin yang here, but it's also about heart balance. It's also about finding that inner peace within yourself because it's
Mm.
the old adage of, when you're flying on the plane, you have to put the mask on yourself first before you help anyone else sitting in the aisle with you, or not the aisle, but the seat row with you. And so this is calling you to focus on you first. What are you going to
Mhm.
manifest? Where are you going to find harmony? And how are you going to bring that inner balance and wisdom into a place where you can sit a little bit more contently with yourself? And then you can start to work with everyone that's around you, this core group, and work your way out and work on even manifesting for them and finding harmony in those relationships and situations. Tara, I saw you had a thought in your mind
Well,
there.
I was just going to say, isn't that a beautiful thing? Because it's solstice. We're in solstice till like March 21st.
Yeah.
So isn't that a beautiful feel to it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Manifest what you need in your space. Look after yourself. That's all of what solstice is. Look after you, baby.
Yeah. And then you can worry about everybody else after.
Exactly.
All right, Aries, I'm going to leave that with you.
I love that one for you. And you know what? These cards too. I knew there was a reason I love these, and these are pristine. I don't think Lynn Marie, bless your soul, you didn't use them very much, girlfriend. They went. She has all these cute little bags and everything, and these ones were still in the box. So I'm going to Taurus here, and this is my Nan's card. This is my Nan's card. Evolution. Oh, we are going. There's a theme.
Hmm.
Girlfriend, there's a theme. So evolution, and look at this card too. I mean, I just love all of this. These are all great tattoos.
Yeah, yeah.
Yours would be convoluted. Holy crow. Okay, so let's talk about evolution. So we are talking about, Nan started you off with the manifestation. Start looking after yourself. What is it that you need, right? Well, and then how do you evolve that? You start putting that manifestation manifestation out there, that intention setting, and you start nurturing it, right? You start working it so that it can grow, so that it can be, fostered and evolve. And the best thing about evolution is evolution comes when you are open to it. You're open to the new seeds to be planted. You're open to new ideas, thought patterns. You can see where something has kind of run its course, right? And you're like, oh, okay, you know what? I've done that for so long, and that just doesn't have the same feeling. And I want to put this out there, Nan. I really feel that you guys, it is okay to not want to do something anymore.
Hmm.
Can I just say that? It is okay to be like, I don't get joy from doing this anymore, so I'm not going to do it anymore. Evolving means that you are capable of recognizing what you love to do, what you need to do, and then amalgamating that to moving forward,
Hmm.
right? And I don't feel any fear in being able to say, okay, you know what? This worked with me for a while. I don't love it anymore. I'm going to move on to something else. And so evolution comes with a little bit of letting go as well.
Hmm.
Taurus. Taurus, a little bit of letting go, Nan. Get it? Remember our conversation earlier?
I do, I do.
Okay.
It's really interesting. I follow Christine Delory. She's a really well-known numerologist, and I get like it's kind of like getting your horoscope once a week from her, but you calculate your birth, yada yada. Everything you just said is exactly what she said for the month of January. Like,
Well, hot damn.
how serendipitous is that? Like, so I just wanted to acknowledge that because a lot of times people are like, oh, do they just sit here and how do they get this information? But this is showing the lineage and the connection across the energetic centers right now because everything that you just downloaded for a message was also numerology wise being downloaded. So this is quite profound. As I just thought I would say that out loud. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, and very serendipitous, right? And how it moves and it molds into that space is just a huge, huge thing,
Hmm.
right? And then people can see it, and people who maybe are skeptics or kind of casual, spiritual individuals or whatever, they can look at that and be like, holy crap, holy crap, holy
Absolutely.
crap.
All right, Gemini. We got a theme going here. We've got relationships,
Ooh.
unconditional love. And so, we've got some manifestation, we've got some harmony, we've got all of this. This again, I really feel this is about bringing a lot of that balance into not just the relationships you have with others around you, but this is the relationship you have with yourself. So sitting back in a quiet, sort of contemplative way and going, okay, what have I done that's really, really well? What have I done that I want to improve on? And treat yourself with grace. Treat yourself with grace. Because a lot of times what happens is we tend to be our own worst critic and we're hardest on ourselves. So if you can approach yourself with that unconditional love and you can be like, you know what? Damn, I've done the best that I've known to treat myself the way I have, but then stop and like remove yourself and go, okay, you know what? But for 2025, take something on in tiny little bite-sized pieces. What is it that you want to do? Tara and I think, are on the same page. I'm not a huge fan of yearly, what do you call it? When you set them in the
Oh,
Jan
resolutions.
resolutions. Yes.
New year, new me, new year,
Yeah.
you me.
And this isn't about new year, new year. This is about new year, great, carrying it on from the previous.
Great,
Right.
great.
But have that beautiful relationship with yourself. Treat yourself with grace. And maybe you didn't get to the gym 3 times a week, but you know what? If you did it once, you're still looking after yourself. Um, Maybe it's time to sort of clean house on a few relationships that don't serve you well. Maybe they're not treating you well, and invite those in that celebrate you and love you and lift you up and say, wow, what a bright light. I want to be in that. Because what you're going to do is you're going to draw even more like energy around that. And that unconditional love is game changer because I really feel adding to Tara in my opening reading, everything really does get to the base of it is love. So gonna leave
You
that.
know, I love everything that you said, and I will always love everything you say. But but something that, I wanted to mention is, I had my little Christmas gathering this year, and I had it a little bit late. I usually have it before Christmas, and I just kept it really small, really simple. the closest of the close, in terms of my pod. And one of the things I came up with in the middle of the pod, as if all, having a few, drinks and some sushi and some stuff, is I looked at everyone and I thought, why does it have to be a special occasion to do this? And I said to the whole group, I said, ladies and Harbinder, why don't we make it a once a month thing to go get dressed up and go out for dinner? And everyone was on board,
Mhm.
on board. And I was like, okay. And I said, and I put this out there, Nan, with purpose. I said, and if no one can come, it's just so and so and so and so that can make it. That's okay. That's okay. That's super cool. If 300 people show up, I don't have 300 friends, but if a bunch of people show up, that's cool too. If four people show up, it doesn't matter. Just whatever happens, happens, and it's meant to be. And we
Mhm.
just keep moving it forward. And everyone loved it. And that was exciting because I love being with the right people.
Mhm.
It does fill your cup.
Mhm. Definitely.
Thank
And
you.
there's a
Thank you for
lot of
letting me
love
have.
there too, right? Like a lot of love and respect in it. You felt the ebb and the flow. It was great.
Yeah, it
It
was
was,
cool.
mhm.
Okay. I was going to say Leo, but it's actually Cancer.
And Cancer. That's right.
It's Cancer, Cancer. Oh my God, I love this card. It is water, the overflow. But look at this card, peoples. That
Wow.
is a cool card. I got to find some place on my body for that. This one sings to me. It really does. It also will cost me a fortune to get it done. And I love how it has the moon at the top there. Take a look at that.
That's
Okay,
gorgeous.
let's talk though a minute, Cancer, about water. So it's talking overflow. Water for me is always about mental and emotional detoxification. And so, if you're emotional and you're loving and you're all these things and you feel overwhelmed by all of that, the water is your safe bet to go to, because going in there, and I always talk about how the indigenous go to water to solve their problems. They go to the river, they go to the lake, they go to the ocean. And here's the thing, is that when you do that, and if you go into the water and you let it go over your head, you're actually encasing yourself back in like the womb, right? You're going back into that safe place. Unless, of course, you're afraid of water. But anyway, you go into that safe space and you allow yourself to just sit and feel that comfort and that beautiful nurturing kind of energy. So here, Cancer, what they're saying to you is take a good look at what's happening in your mindset. Are you feeling balanced in your emotions? Right? Is your mental health feeling like it's being nurtured and loved? Or have you just come off this crazy, December is always cray cray. If whether you celebrate Christmas or not, you cannot help but be in that cray cray because it's the lights in the stores, it's the music, it's the festivities, it's the Christmas parties and the holiday spirit and all of that is a lot for a lot of people. And even those of us that like immerse into that space and have to come out of that space, and there can be that whole sense of disregard and loneliness, and all of a sudden, well, where is everyone now? It's January, and where is everyone gone, and why aren't we meeting and doing the things and all this stuff? So really take a good look at your mental health, and if you feel like you're overly emotional, right, the overflow, if you're overly emotional, if you're taking things too seriously or too much to heart, get back into that balance space. Really focus on that zen of the crown, the third eye, and the throat and heart. Those are your etheric ones. Your body chakras will get it together. But these ones here, you want to kind of focus on them so that they can come back into being centered and anchored. You'll feel much better for it. Sometimes the etheric overtakes the humanist, and you want to balance that out.
Oh, I love that for Cancer. Um, Leo, you got healing others. You can see that. And this is, I think, timely. I think, we've been talking about this already. So it's a lot of that same energy flow coming in. You cannot heal others unless you yourself are healed. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you have to be from, what's that phrase? We don't want to stop progress because of perfection, right? So
Mhm.
we're all a work in progress. So this is about really taking the time, especially right now in the solstice, and reflect, right? Like, what is it that you could do to do a little bit of work on yourself and maybe close some doors, maybe, put some band-aids on the boo-boos and just be amazing, right? Just sit within this own level of comfort within yourself and start to do the work. Start to do the work on, even if it's just something as simple as journaling a paragraph a day, getting an oracle deck and pulling a card and sit in quiet contemplative thought about how does this relate to my day, to me, to who I am, where I am in this world, and where I am on this healing journey, because we are a constant work in progress. And so once you get to that place, your heart is going to be so full and so open. You're going to be able to work towards that. We keep talking about love this whole reading, right, Tara? And this is about, if you
Mhm.
love yourself first, it's going to open up amazing doors for everything else and everyone around you. So
That is the truth, though, sister. So well done. That is the truth.
So we're gonna leave that with Leo.
So, Virgo, we've seen this card already. This came up in the collective reading. We've got the violet flame again. There we go. Now, this is a protection card through and through. Okay, Virgo. So if you are feeling like there is just so much energy around you that's not copacetic, that you're not feeling attuned to, etc., you need to really, really make sure that you are staying in your space. We all have personal space. In Muggle terms, we call it personal space. In spiritual terms, we call it our aura. And our aura is ours, friend. We are in charge of our aura. So keeping it clear is vital. It is absolutely vital. And if anyone is watching this and wants to get some tips on that, send us a message and Nan and I will get back to you about how to keep your aura clean. We call it aura cleansing. We have tips on that. So you need to make sure that you are protected. And if you listen to us at the beginning, which I'm sure you did, baby, if you're all the way here now, Virgo, you're going to want to do that whole white light. You're going to want to do the violet flame. I mean, my kids did things like bubble wrap, put themselves in bubble wrap. I mean, how much fun is that? Ryan, when he was here, he did shields up, right? So there's all sorts of things that you can do. The premise is your intention. What are you trying to accomplish? What are you accomplishing? Making sure that other people's energy is not negating your own. Because other people's energy can just be overwhelming. And that will set us off on that mental health journey I just talked about with Cancer. So make sure that you are protecting yourself. Smudge and sage if you want to. I can just do it by full energy means. I don't know how to explain that to you, but I can just clear my energy. But do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're sitting in your aura, sitting in your power, sitting in your aura, Virgo, and you'll be much happier for it, and it'll be easier to move through January for sure.
I love that. Libra, you got purpose and experience. And this card, I think, is amazing. This is really about you taking the time to look at everything you've done to this very moment and learn from it. Those experiences have all made you exactly who you are in this very moment. It doesn't mean you need to live in the past experiences, though. What it means is you need to take the knowledge, the wisdom, whatever it is you need for your higher good to take the next step to where you want to be and what you want to be doing. Okay. So experiences, it's a lot like forgiveness, right? It doesn't make what happened okay, but it means you aren't sitting within that energy. So again, we're talking like Tara's talking about, you want to go, okay, I've learned that. Thank you. I'll take the lesson, but I'll leave the hurt. I'll leave the stress. I'll leave the anxiety, and I'm going to move forward into new experiences, knowing I have this wisdom, knowing I have all of this so that I can go forward with ease and grace and trust that I'm on my path for my highest good. So enjoy the journey, offer some gratitude. Again, you'll hear Tara and I both say this when we're teaching people, take what you can, leave the rest, and just
Yes.
enjoy the
Yes.
vibe.
Take what you can, leave the rest
Yeah.
for real. Okay, we're going to Scorpio,
Okay.
and I love this one. It's Beyond the Mind. And this is a card that is literally talking to you guys about stopping the whole logic and analytical conundrum. Stop second guessing yourself constantly. Stop not trusting the process process. They're asking you to realize that you are authentically intuitive. So it's innate, it's within you, it is who you are. We are all psychics, we are all mediums. We are not all meant to do the work. I'm going to say it over and over, but we are all able to touch into our intuitive self and really go beyond the idea of everything is being told to us, thought patterns, right? Teachings that are others, beliefs that are others. Instead, really, and I've said this earlier in one of the signs, do the research. If you are like interested in something or you want to kind of learn more about it so you can make a decision, go into it. Do your research. Trust what you learn. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to counter someone and be like, nah, that doesn't jive with me. But also be willing to share why it doesn't jive with you. It's not about shutting anyone down or shutting anyone off. It's about being able to have a conversation that allows you to share what you feel and what you know. And then, as Nan said so beautifully a second ago, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But don't let other people tell you how you need to live. Go beyond that. Go beyond that. Live your life.
Love it.
Scorpio, do it now.
Do it. Sagittarius, evolution, the now present, and you'll see the beautiful seashell.
Yeah.
Um, this is all about what we've been talking about almost this whole reading, staying present, staying in the moment, staying in the gratitude. So many of us live in the past and we're so worried about the future. We forget to be here right now with what we're doing. And this spiral is your evolution. This is you like learning and growing and becoming more. And it's all about stay here, enjoy this very moment and say, you know what? This is powerful. Like, put the phone down. You don't have to check the texts. Sit and just be. And you're going to find what a completely different perspective you're going to have on anything that you're going through, on the outlook for 2025, on situations, relationships, all of that. If you can just be still for a moment and just be grateful with where you are and treat others with grace. Like if they're not resonating with you, that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate the experiences we've had together.
Mhm.
I'm evolving and moving into the next experience. So I really want you to focus on that. Just focus on that seashell and meditate with that a little bit, Sagittarius, over the month of January.
That that's cool to me that you just did that and focused on the actual image in the card because I was just about to do that with this one. So Capricorn, you got vulnerability. Now, I'm just going to point the stuff out in the card right now and then I'll show it. There is a butterfly. Actually, that's a dragonfly, excuse me, which is good luck, right? Dragonflies are good luck in my room. There is this cool dragon, which is all about endings and beginnings. There's the lotus flowers, which is blossoming, coming to fruition. And then there's crystals, which is about the healing aspect. This is such a packed card,
Wow.
like such a packed card, Capricorn, that it makes me go, vulnerability, okay, you're in change, baby, and it's feels uncertain and it feels as though you weren't looking for it necessarily in the way it's coming to you, and they're saying step into it, ride the wave with it. When with every ending comes space for new beginnings. With every ending there's a chance to heal something, whether it is big or little or small. And if the dragonfly comes in with all that good luck, it's saying this is meant to be. So the lotus flowers represent that blossoming. Okay, let that good energy come now. Endings and beginnings, good energy, good luck, and healing. Step into it. Let the vulnerability happen. Own it, validate it, but then don't let it define you,
Mm.
right? Change is good. No matter what the change is, it can be good. If you let it to be defined as a negative, it will be negative. But we can take a negative and turn it into a positive with our minds. So remember that, Capricorn.
Oh, powerful. I love that.
That was cool.
Aquarius, I really kind of think this is super cool for you because you got nature and fire. And
Ooh.
yours being a water sign, with all the full moon ceremonies, Tara's a big fan of fire, right? We're gonna burn away what no longer serves us. And so this is about letting go again of what no longer serves you, but reminding yourself that you are that divine spark of light. So I want you to think about that from that fire perspective. Think about it from your root and sacral perspective as well. This is about new relationships. This is about new beginnings, because everything that no longer serves you is burning away. It's fading away. You're letting it go to the universe because you no longer need to carry that energy. You no longer need to sit within that energy in that space. And then you're going, okay, yeah, I'm going to take that light, I'm going to take that fire, and I'm going to shine brightly. And, if you feel like it's getting too hot, you are an Aquarius water sign, you can put a bit of the fire out. But I really feel that this is going to be a month of some really cool new relationships and some new opportunities and doors opening for you, because where something is fading away, another thing, a new beginning. It's like that phoenix rising from the ashes of the fire. So I'm going to leave that with Aquarius.
Woo. Pisces. This is a good card. This is a good card. Surrender.
Oh,
Surrender. Allow life to happen. And remember, you do have control. So let things happen and then build your narrative around it.
mm,
Why did it happen this way? Let it go in whatever direction it's meant to, and you lay the steps in front of it. You be the person who says, okay, I'm going down this path and I need these things in that path and I'm going to make them happen. I'm going to manifest them. And if they don't happen because I have expectations, or they don't happen because it's not the right time, or they don't happen for whatever reason, you're going to say, that's okay. It's okay. I'm going to learn from this and I'm going to move over here and we're going to try this direction, and just allow yourself to go with that flow. Be one with what's going on around you without, again, having an expectation or judging it. Know you can move through it. We've talked about chaos. We've talked about relationships. We've talked about protection. We've talked about so many different aspects in the month of January. This card, ending this for you, Pisces, ending our little talk here, is really saying to you, you can just be. I am that I am, period. Hard stop.
I love that.
That was a great card to end it with.
Mm-hmm.
January is powerful, and it should be.
Yeah.
January should be powerful, so everyone should be in their feels, in their emotions, ready to do the work, right? Because you're hibernating, you're in reflection, you're doing all that work, self-love, self-care, right?
Mm,
This is a good time to start planting the seeds for spring.
100%. And I think we do mention this occasionally when we do these readings. If one of these resonated for you and it wasn't your sign, that's okay. That was meant to resonate for you. That message was meant to be heard by your ears. So again, take what you can, leave the rest.
Absolutely. Everyone, thank you so much for joining Nan and I. Nan, thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
And follow us on all our social media platforms. We'll have them all at the bottom of this content. And if you need anything from us, we would love to see some comments in there. Let us know what you're feeling about the sign, and who read it for you, and how did it feel for you. We would love to hear that. But also go and join us on our podcast. Nan and I have a podcast, Spirit, Angels, and Guides. Oh my, we're on all the streaming platforms. We would love for you to come and hear us natter back and forth at each other, and give us a 5-star review if you feel it, and tell us how you feel, but tell your friends to come and follow us. We would love it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tara. And thank you, everyone.
Much love. Bye.
Bye.